Okay, I decided it's time for me to restart my video blog. And that's because I need to talk to people more. But it's just hard to talk to people like a specific person. I don't know, I feel like it makes sense for me to restart my video blog. And I just have some stuff that I need to get off my chest today, right now. And that's why I'm doing this right now. So basically I spent the whole day, I kind of feel like I wasted my day, which is silly. I mean, I shouldn't feel that way, but what happened is I spent the whole day trying to access the pattern, trying to rediscover the pattern. And the pattern is this thing that I discovered like a year ago that I've only experienced 4 times. It's like a paradox. It's really hard for me to capture in my head. But I basically think of it as my life purpose, and it's kind of like God to me. It runs through my whole life. It runs through all things. It's like I think it's really revolutionary, and I think it's the most important thing to me. It's of absolute, overriding importance. But it's hard for me to know how to get at it, because it just requires me to be in a really particular mindset, and it changes my mindset a lot when I experience it. And it's a combination of kind of like submission with determination, and sort of every time except for one that I've experienced it, it has arisen out of just observing the world. Like I just kind of realize it as I'm going about my daily life. Not my daily life necessarily, but like as I'm trying to live like in a state of enlightenment or submission. Let me see what this looks like. Oh, I can't, never mind. So it's really important to me, and it's really important for my future. Right now I'm taking a big decision in my life. I'm trying to decide whether or not to go back to the University of Chicago next year. And I only have 1 year left. I won't be able to graduate. I'm not certain what I would study. I've been saying computer science, but today I started sort of questioning that. Basically, I think that the environment would be exciting and stimulating, and that would be positive for me. But really, when it comes down to it, I don't necessarily like picture a great future for myself, a future that I want when I think about what would happen if I went to the University of Chicago again. Just because the whole societal narrative of traditional success, of like, you go to school and you get a degree and you get a job, doesn't really speak to me very well. And so, sorry, I got distracted. I'm just thinking about how it's kind of weird that I'm doing this, that I'm putting these things out and not telling anyone about them and just hoping that people stumble across it. But I really do hope that people stumble across it. Like, I want people to hear this, but I'm a little, I wouldn't be able to talk like this. I think this is really good for me. I'll just leave it at that. So anyway, I have to make this decision about whether or not to go back to UChicago. And it's not a very obvious decision. At first I was really excited. I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to go back to Chicago. I'm going to live a more immersed life. Because what I was thinking was, what I've discovered from my personal journey lately is that I need to not focus less on my personal journey, but my personal journey now involves being more involved with other people, interacting more, and just doing things more, like being more active, taking more risks, just, recognizing what life in the moment actually is. And I know that much of what it is, it's kind of just like a game or a dream or a movie. It's something it's just a story. It's not the ultimate thing. It's not like it doesn't have the importance that people usually place on it. It doesn't have the reality, doesn't have the preeminence that most people attribute to it. That's what I believe. And that's how I believe I'll be happy, is living that and coming to realize that in my, every moment. Living the moment is a big part of what I'm trying to achieve. So I was thinking that going to UChicago would be good for all that. And I think in a lot of ways it would be, but I just can't help but I'm focused. It's very hard for me not to want to take the easy way out of rediscovering the pattern first. Because the thing is, if I rediscover the pattern, and I will sooner or later, I'd like to drop everything and devote my life to it. And I feel really confident about that it would be the right thing to do. Hello?
Hi. Sorry.
It's okay.
Have a good night.
You too. Okay, so, as I was saying, so then the problem arises from, how do I make this UChicago decision without knowing whether, when I'm going to rediscover the pattern? It's a very hard decision to make, because, if I go to UChicago and then I end up rediscovering the pattern while I'm there and I end up dropping everything, well, then I may as well not go. Or if I rediscover it before I go, then I probably won't want to go, and I'll have to drop, back out, and that'll leave me with less options thereafter. Although really, now that I think about it like that, what does it matter if I have less options thereafter? What does it matter if I say I'm going to go back and then I don't, and then I can't in the future? Because if I'm devoting my life to the pattern, then that's it. Like, I don't need to focus. I don't need to worry about, whether I want to go to school or whatever after that. I hadn't thought of it like that. But anyway, my problem was, today I just spent the whole day, and I really thought I was going to succeed too, thinking about the pattern, and trying to get it in my head, and getting really close to it, and entering altered states, not using drugs, just entering altered states by willpower and by by controlling my own mind, But at the end, I just got frustrated, and I feel like I have all this stuff pent up inside me, and I feel like I didn't do anything with my day, and I was supposed to go to do some research about. I hope this pacing isn't bothering you all. I'm sure it looks weird on camera, but this is how I am in real life too. Like, when I get to talking, I usually pace. Anyway, so I spent the whole day trying to recapture the pattern. I was going to make some phone calls to investigate UChicago, see like what my housing options would be, what the specifics of what I could do when I was there, that sort of thing. But I didn't do that because yesterday I was just feeling really positive, and I felt myself and solid and not worried, and I felt like I was ready to embark upon living my life, which it's not like I haven't been living before now, but just living the life that I want to live. And that would be like, focusing on experiences and connecting to people and that sort of thing that I was talking about before. So I feel like that's the way to the pattern. That's the real way for me to rediscover it. And if I should just do that and let time take care of it. In time, I'll rediscover the pattern if I just focus on living. So I guess that's the lesson from today. I shouldn't have. It was fine that I decided that maybe I was in the mood to rediscover the pattern, but I shouldn't have spent the whole day on it. I should have recognized that, okay, it didn't happen today. Let me move forward with my broader life, with the life that I'm, you know, my life within reality, my non-internal life. And that's what I'm trying to do anyway. It'll all work out. I have to remember that. It'll all work out. And you know, I didn't feel really good today for much of the day because I didn't do much. But that's okay. You know, I've made the same mistake plenty of times, but that's human, unfortunately. Einstein or whoever said that's insanity, but really that's just human. Everybody makes the same mistakes over and over and over again, and I feel like it's only just, you know, time and experience that really gets you to learn how to change as a person. And so I'm trying to work on that. Let's see. Do I want to say anything else? I still, of course, have the decision left of whether I do want to return or not to the University of Chicago. And I think I probably should, because I want to, and that's what life's about, just like being happy and doing what you want, not what you crave, not what you lust for, but just what you want. Because, you know, enjoying yourself, it's not, like I said, it's like a dream or a movie or a story. It's not ultimate reality, and so there's not all this pressure to achieve or anything. Okay, I think I'm going to take a walk now and think about UChicago and make a final decision. So, thank you for watching. You probably didn't really follow all this, and, well, maybe it's pointless that I'm making this, but I want to put myself out there, and I want to feel like I can trust the world, not be afraid to express myself, even on a global platform like YouTube. And, you know, maybe somebody will think it's cool and empathize with me and leave a comment or, you know, something like that. It's good therapy, and it's something that I think I would benefit from taking up again. You know, I did this a couple times last year, and I'm basically, now that I've mostly recovered from my quote-unquote mental health issues, I'm still, I'm back on the same trajectory as I was. I'm, you know, still following the same goals as improving as a person as far as that, and, so yeah, just gotta keep moving forward. Good night.